Hi, this is Guy of NK. I just wanted to quickly, just post up on the blog. I haven't had a chance to post anything up lately, so for my students in Saanich and at Cordova Bay, I apologize. It's been very hectic, but I just wanted to make sure that I showed up to class, but after class things have gotten a little crazy. So here's, per request from the Cordova Bay's class, a quick overview of how do I secure my computer cost effectively. All right, so I won't go into detail on the things that were covered in class, but for those on the Interland, on the internet, I will just quickly go over it. We have a decision point. We want to secure our PC, but cost effectively. So we come to a decision: what type of computer is it? Is it new? Is it a current computer that I'm presently using? Or have I really got frustrated with the slowness of my computer or the inefficiencies or ineffectiveness of actually addressing a business need, and I need to reinstall the operating system? Let's just say it's a new computer. New computer. All right, so if it's a new computer, it most likely came with software. Now, do you like the software that came with that PC? If you don't, this is the default process flow. Download and install some of the security software that I'll mention today. If you do, then I would recommend that you configure that software as per the manufacturer's specifications and update it, and then configure that security software to auto-update. So if the manufacturer of the computer provided some kind of antivirus, make sure that the antivirus scans at on a constant duration, and throughout a protracted period of time, let's say a week, it'll scan at one level, let's say a light high-level scan once a day, but an in-depth scan of all archives and all additional drives, as well as network drives, thoroughly once a week, and maybe even some maintenance activities once a month, including backup, defrag, etc., etc. Now, let's say you got really frustrated with your computer and you just reinstall the operating system. Well, okay, so let's say it's a reinstalled PC. Process flow 2, reinstalled OS. What do? Download and install security software. A lot of people ask me, why the heck am I telling people to download security software before I update the operating system? Well, that's my own opinion. It's my own belief. But let's just run an example. I got a plain vanilla Windows XP Service Pack 1 operating system that I just installed. A lot of the vulnerabilities, a lot of the attack vectors in which some of these viruses, worms, etc., malware, rootkits, etc., the way that they take advantage of it is just fairly the same standardized attack vector. A certain port, they scan, they do enumeration. Generally, they get information about your computer, and then they run an automated exploit, whether it be Nessus, Metasploit, take your pick, core impact, etc., etc. So they scan your system most of the time using freely available penetration testing or exploit software. Well, a common download, the common security software that you might download from the internet will hopefully protect you from most of these things. Hey, I'm being scanned. Let's not allow that. Hey, someone's trying to make a connection to me on this particular port. Not normal. Hey, someone's trying to tunnel something through port 80. That's not normal, etc., etc. It kind of catches all those things while you're patching your system in the after you've already installed that security software. So again, you reinstall your operating system before you download all those patches, because most likely most of my users will continue to run the system as an administrator and even browse the internet while they're patching their computer. Not a wise thing to do. So the more prudent course of action would be to download that security software, install it, configure it. First, download, update it, and then configure it to auto-update, and also to run some of its security processes such as scanning and maintenance activities. Now, let's say you have the more common process or default process flow, as indicated by that BPMN business process modeling notation, tilde or slash along that process flow. That's your current computer. Hey, everybody's got the current computer. They want to make sure that it's secure but cost effectively. How do I do that? Well, you first sanitize it. One example of sanitation. Again, that was another class all into itself on how to sanitize a computer. For from perspective of a data forensics perspective, but I wanted to make it as layman, use as much layman terminology as possible. How do I clean a system? How do I clean a network of malware and rootkits, etc.? Well, here's a current computer. I want to sanitize it. Here's a quick way of doing it. Get all your patches and your updates and your security software on a secondary system and run that system against your current computer. That's a simple way. Now, what if I wanted to reinstall patches or install security software or do an antivirus? Again, external drive, USB, CD, DVD, live DVD. There's a lot of different ways of scanning your existing computer without using your current file system. And it's more effective in basically securing and enumerating and identifying any kind of vulnerabilities or exploits or compromises on your system. Bottom line, in layman's terms, use another computer or another medium to scan your existing computer to see if anything is wrong with it. Bottom line. So once you've sanitized that computer, you update that software. Any of existing software that you have presently, you configure you configure the security software to auto update. I would also configure your maintenance software as well, such as your backup and your disk defrag and your registry cleaner and whatever you have, and with Unix systems and your patching system and your updating of any kind of user land or third-party applications. And then you have a nice day. So, sorry for being rushed, but I wanted to make sure that I got it in a small window of time. So should you have any other questions, just drop me a line. Again, Guy Rosario at A&K Rosario Consulting. Cheers.